Finally! Jennifer Lopez has officially filed for divorce from Ben Affleck.
J-Lo waiting until their anniversary to file for divorce from Ben Affleck is objectively so crazy.
This was like a strong 3 months of we knew this was gonna happen, why hasn't it happened, and finally it happened, and apparently J-Lo just like walked in and did it herself.
J-Lo is a capitalistic self-involved nightmare.
Jennifer Lopez is going after Ben Affleck. She filed for divorce on their second wedding anniversary, listing their separation date as April of this year. So why are these two stringing along their miserable marriage and a bitter divorce battle? Let's get into it. You guys already know if J-Lo's gonna do it, she's gonna do it in the nastiest way possible, which is why she filed for divorce on her second wedding anniversary to Ben Affleck. Now, we all saw this coming for months, but now we're actually getting into the nitty-gritty. This article reads, Jennifer Lopez has officially filed for divorce from Ben Affleck after months of split rumors. She filed for divorce without an attorney on Tuesday, August 20th, which also marks the couple's second wedding anniversary. Like I said, we've seen this coming for a while now, so I think it's an interesting choice to file this divorce on their second wedding anniversary, really just, cutting this marriage short into 2 years exactly. Jennifer Lopez, who has recently been seen wearing her wedding ring, listed the date of separation as April 26, 2024. Now, the couple did not sign a prenup before tying the knot in July 2020, which is going to make this situation a lot more complicated if they're going to seek out revenge through this divorce.
J-Lo waiting until their anniversary to file for divorce from Ben Affleck is objectively so crazy, considering it was not a secret that these two people were going to split up. Like, they were not together, and the entire public knew that from the date of separation, April 26th. Like, these two people have been having problems all year. They were never going to stay together. So J-Lo waiting until August 20th, which is their wedding anniversary, and it would have been their second year anniversary today, to officially file documents with the court is so crazy. There are no real other details out right now. I mean, this just broke. But again, the timing of this is insane. Like, waiting so many extra months to file is wild.
This person tweeted, LOL, I can't even count how many times she's been married and divorced. Something is totally wrong with her, but I still like her. This person writes, it's no surprise that she was so mean to him and he looked unhappy. It's for the best, I'm thinking. Okay, proud USA girl. What a Twitter handle. Duh, Ben Affleck is still hung up on Jennifer Garner, which is something I would also agree to. This person writes, good, now Ben is free from her controlling and spoiled rotten diva ways. He should have stayed married to Jennifer Garner, who is a great actress, mother, takes care of her family, and doesn't make everything about herself. So let's get into what this prenup situation is going to mean. Without a prenup in place, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's individual earnings from the last 2 years, whether it be from a film or a major brand deal, are community property. So they kind of share this wealth, which I think is fascinating because J-Lo just had a lot of projects come out. So you'd think she'd want to protect her assets, but the problem is that she's probably in the negatives when it comes to her projects. So she probably can report a loss, which means that she can get some of Ben's earnings. Though it looks like Jennifer Lopez is not seeking spousal support. I mean, keep in mind her net worth is like 3 times his, and asked the judge to deny it for Ben as well. It's claimed that J-Lo's divorce filing comes amid her and Ben's unresolved battle over money. Because of this arrangement, everything Ben and J-Lo earned are pretty much theirs to split. Ben has films Air and The Instigators, as well as J-Lo's films Shotgun Wedding, The Mother, Atlas, and it looks like they have a $60 million mansion to sell as well. I'm always curious, who can actually buy this? How many people in the world can actually afford a $60 million mansion? Is it 20 people? Is it 500 people? Is it thousands and thousands? I have no idea who even has this kind of wealth. TMZ reports the couple has been trying to hash out a settlement for months, but things became increasingly acrimonious to the point where communication between them broke down completely. So it looks like they both were accusing each other of trying to F each other over, which is something we see pretty commonly when we have two people who are divorcing and they both have a lot of money. Jennifer, who has a reported $200 million net worth, has put out 4 films since marrying Ben, including her $20 million self-funded project, which seems like it's a negative. It's going to be a negative. This Is Me Now, a love story, which documents the couple's rekindled romance. Lately, everybody's been dragging J-Lo, but now that this divorce has been filed, some people are taking a better look at Ben and realizing that he may not be as innocent as we thought.
Do I think J-Lo is a capitalistic, self-involved nightmare? 1,000%. But I also think that Ben Affleck is a habitual cheater. Obviously, then there was also a rumor that he had had an affair with his nanny and cheated on Jennifer Garner. I think Ben Affleck is probably one of those guys that when he is into you, it feels so great and it feels so wonderful. And I bet he has a great personality, but I bet he has gets bored easily, starts getting sketch. And listen, it doesn't take away from the fact that I think she's a nightmare. I really do. And a narcissist and super self-involved. And I mean, even right now, she has her comments turned off. It's get a grip.
At this point, they both sound like a nightmare to me. Now, J-Lo did launch her D Lola cocktail line in 2023, even though she doesn't drink, which I think is so annoying. I saw she was at a bar down the street called the Abbey, and she was promoting this drink. And again, she doesn't drink, so it's just another money grab. And maybe if her tour worked out, they would have stayed married because they would have had some space between each other. Articles write that earlier this month, TMZ reported that the couple were refusing to talk in person or over the phone. And instead of enlisting the help of lawyers, they have been communicating through their respective business managers, which is different than what they were claiming back then. Because they said at the time that they planned to hire some lawyers after reaching a settlement, but it looks like they skipped this step because J-Lo has gone ahead and filed. This marks J-Lo's fourth failed marriage and Ben Affleck's second. I wonder how J-Lo feels about this. I can see her caring less, but also in our society, there are people who are tallying up her numbers and counting and will she have a fifth? Will she have a sixth? I mean, she looks great. She's young. So she probably can go on and have 4 more marriages.
Finally! Jennifer Lopez has officially filed for divorce from Ben Affleck on their 2-year anniversary. Girl, why you gotta be like that? Especially since you said that you guys separated back in April. But lo and behold, the deed is done. And we've all been finally put out of our misery. Oh, she really wants out. Well, I'm glad that's over. But what do you guys think? How long till she gets back with A-Rod?
According to this source, J-Lo was done waiting for them to finally get divorced. Quote, she really tried hard to make things work and is heartbroken. The kids are a top priority as they've always been. Another insider close to J-Lo tells people that the star is ready to move on. She's very disappointed and sad, but Ben hasn't given her any signs that he wants to continue their marriage.
In the least shocking news ever, these two finally donezo. This was a strong 3 months of we knew this was going to happen. Why hasn't it happened? And finally, it happened. And apparently, J-Lo just walked in and did it herself. Look at this. This is according to TMZ. J-Lo filed the legal docs Tuesday in LA County Superior Court, but they were not filed by a lawyer. Jennifer filed whatever, meaning herself and without an attorney. Why is a person of J-Lo's stature just walking in by herself? That's friggin' wacko. I kind of like it.
I must admit, I do feel bad for J-Lo. She's had so many projects fail and her marriage that everything seems like it's crumbling around her. I would feel sad too if my husband spoke about me in this way. A source told Page 6 that Ben Affleck had come to his senses back in May. If there was a way to divorce on grounds of temporary insanity, he would. He feels like the last 2 years have been a fever dream, and he's come to his senses now and understands there is just no way this is going to work. So this is shortly after they separated. So not even a full month after they separated, he had this to say. To further complicate things, Jennifer and Ben worked on an upcoming film, Unstoppable, together. And it looks like Ben is also producing a project that Jennifer Lopez is starring in. So they've got some loose ends to tie up. But no worries, because Ben is moving on. He bought his own space in the Pacific Palisades, which is a nice area near Santa Monica. It's a $20 million bachelor pad. A source told Us Weekly the star's decision to purchase this property marked the closure of their relationship, but it reportedly felt like a stab to the heart to J-Lo, who is still on the hunt for a new LA home. And it looks like J-Lo's trying to find a fresh start, which sounds like she needed something super fresh. This relationship should be reported on in the textbooks because we saw them fall apart in front of our eyes, and we saw it go down in the most Hollywood way possible. I mean, J-Lo created this movie and documentary, and all of the red flags being so apparent. Ben did not like this fast life, this public life, all the attention, and she lived for it.
Was this a red flag?
Because nobody else could be me.
about myself. It's very moving. But I didn't think much of myself. And so Rome didn't think much of me. That lined up.
That clip actually makes me so sad. I'm kind of ready for a JLo redemption arc, but I don't know if we all are yet. A source told Page Six that Jennifer has been left humiliated by the split and she is furious with Ben. He's humiliated her because she's made a big deal that they are in love, that he's the love of her life. They just had 2 weddings 2 years ago. This is some kind of record. They're not just young kids. True. It also looks like JLo's upset because their children are involved and JLo has formed a close bond with Ben's children. So it's kind of odd that now JLo's not a part of their life and their father Ben wants nothing to do with her. There are some reports on how the kids are handling this. This is what they have to say. The kids are ready to move forward, actually. So I don't know what JLo is talking about. Quote, his kids are taking it as fine as hers. Everybody is ready to move on. So I don't know if the kids are longing for JLo to be hanging out with them like she thinks that they are, but it sounds like they're doing all right, and that's the important part. But either way, we want to send some healing energy to everyone here because a divorce sounds really intense. We don't even like a breakup, let alone a divorce. So sounds tragic. It really does. But I feel like JLo, this is like the beginning for her to end this relationship, maybe, you know, do her own thing for a while and then come back even better. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.